So this is going to be step video 1 of my writing your own Nightmare Zone bot. So what I'm going to show you how to do now is how to set up your environment so that you're able to start coding, and this is going to be for dreambot because I've now used both OSBOT and dreambot has a much nicer community. So from now on I'm going to be promoting use of their botting platform just because nicer community, and if I'm going to point people in any botting direction I'd rather point it to them than OSBOT. So what you need to do, this is for IntelliJ. If you don't have IntelliJ it will be pretty much the same, just slightly different. So you would need to do new project like this, and then it will come up, and then you just hit next. Then you will be given a blank screen like this. Then what you need to do is you need to go to your project structure and you need to add a library. So there are two things you need to add. One is an artifact. This is the .jar that you will create. So you need to choose your output directory, name it, and put the compile output in the .jar, and your artifact should look like this screen. Then your library needs to have the client for dreambot. This would also be the same in another botting client. Your library needs to be the client. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like. If we come here, you can see that it's in my C drive under users, Stephen, dreambot, bot data. You'd need to double click the client.jar to add that in. Then once you've done both of these things, you'll then obviously, as you can see here, it's able to import and use the dreambot methods. Notice an awful lot aren't used. That's just because I pretty much imported everything, and then it doesn't really matter. I don't have to worry about it. In terms of completeness, you should probably delete all the ones you're not using, but it doesn't really matter. It just wastes a few lines at the top of your screen. So this code is all going to be available to you, so you can make use of it as you wish. So instead of teaching you how to code an entire Nightmare Zone bot, I may do this in the future if there's enough desire for it, but for now I'm just going to show you how to edit the existing code that I've written. So how RuneScape botting works and how you get detected and stuff like that is every bot that's using an identical bot does all the same actions to the game's interactions. So hit points goes below a certain value, bot script detects that hit points has gone below a certain value and clicks, say, eat food or guzzle rock cake or whatever it may be. So the game sends a packet of information, the bot detects that packet of information, acts on it, and then does an interaction because of it. So I've been using this script personally, and because I'm using it personally, this script is sort of all the interim play styles that I've coded into this script are sort of unique to my character because no one else is using it, and hence I haven't been banned in quite a lot of XP because it just looks like it's a human doing it. Now I'm releasing this script, so lots more people, I hope, will start using it and benefiting from it. However, the only problem with a lot more people using a script is that obviously then you have more than one character using the script, using the same interactions, and that's what's known as a ban wave. Jagex could detect that one particular person is a bot, and then every other person who's using the same bot can be picked up relatively easily. So what I'm going to show you how to do today is take my existing code and edit it so that it sort of looks like a slightly different player, so that then the output that you've created is no longer the same as the output that's used in my free released script. So first of all, I'm sure you can understand that you need a script manifest at the top. You need this is only one class, like it's all contained within one class, and it doesn't reference any other classes. So in that sense, this is a very simple script, and it doesn't call any other .javas or stuff like that. So in this section before the onStart, what I've done is I've just defined a few things that I will need to use during the case of my script. So in this case, for example, I've put the start time, put a last rock cake used. I'll just put a comment here which says death area. So this is the area that if you die you go to, so the script detects that you've died and then will stop. So I'd definitely keep that in. So this is the minimum maximum prayer flick interval time. So as you can see at the moment, I've set it to be between 25 and 50 seconds. Now you could change this to 20 or 15 or something like that. You could even change it to be more than a minute, so it will take longer than a minute and can get to 2 HP. This script has coded in it that if it will get to greater than 1 HP, the script will correct itself and get back down to 2 HP. Now the reason I do this is because no human can play for 4 hours straight without forgetting for a minute. They need to go to the toilet, they go to the toilet, they come back, they've gained some HP. So it's just a little anti-ban thing to make you see, well, anti-ban's probably the wrong word, a sort of uniqueness thing. I want it to be that it doesn't just interact between 25 and 50 seconds, must press rapid heal. Well, people take breaks, do other things. So there are extra randomization things in here that you'll see which tries to make it seem like someone's just taken a quick break or something like that. So the first thing you can do is edit these. So I'll just put edit. Now these must not be edited, so do not edit. This here is what detects the amount of absorptions that you have and the amount of nightmare zone points you have. This is done on widgets. Widgets are far too complicated to explain in a quick video, so you're just going to have to take my word that this is, as of now, the correct widgets for this. If for whatever reason it doesn't work, you would need to go in the widget debugger, hover over it, and find out what the widget ID is changed to. But I'm not going to explain that now. So this here is like your starting absorb value, but once it's drunk 1 absorption it redoes the absorb value. This is mainly just so that it can sort of, it will just vary a lot more, which I think is quite good. So then these here you shouldn't change either. So that's like that. Now on our onStart, again, you don't want to change any of this, so do not change. So this basically just sets up the thing for printing out how much experience you're getting per hour and stuff like that. So you can see here I've basically just how the script works is this is the on loop which runs repeatedly. So if your HP is greater than 51, it runs the starting cake code, which basically just makes sure you guzzle down to 51 HP. This here is your stopping code, so it stops the script if you have ended your dream. And this, as you can see, guzzles your HP down. So this here else, so if none of that are true, play nightmare zone. So then you can see that it's running the game method. And if you come down here, this is my game method. So pretty simple really. It gets the points. So that just detects the points. And then if you scroll down, all the values which have like math.random in and stuff like this, you can change. So by all means, you can change this as much as you want. So here you can see what I was doing is these sort of, it's kind of, this is the 25 seconds that we did at the beginning, and this is adding sort of B to that, so it's just adding randomization. So this value here, you can sort of see that it's just trying to make it more random so that you're not fixed to the same thing. So this extra bit here is what enables you to get to 2 hit points, because it's stuck between 25 and 50, but then it can also, so there's a 20% chance that, so you can see this is 50 seconds, say, defaulted to 50. But then you can see here that gives a chance to go over 1 minute. So then what this does here is it gives you a chance to go to 2 HP, which I think is really good, because then it means it's sort of not quite so botty. So yeah, so you can see what this code does here as well. This code here means that if you're greater than 1 HP and less than 5 HP, and this random value, so you can change this value, so this is just how quickly it detects that you're greater than 2 HP and guzzles down, because the last thing you want it to do is detect that you're 2 HP exactly and guzzle down within 15 microseconds. This just, on each loop, has a 10% chance of detecting that you're 2 HP, so if you wanted to, you can make it that it detects it less often. And changing little values like this is what's just going to make it sort of unique to your character. So you could, if you increase that to 0.5, it would be a much higher chance of your character getting to 2 HP. Likewise, if you increased this, it'd be a higher chance of your character getting to 2 HP. Stuff like that. So that's that method. So I'm just going to add in here that change random values, which you can clearly see is like the math.random times values, and also these values. They're the values that you can change to sort of make the script your own. Now, if we come down here, this is the absorptions remaining script. So basically, this just works out to do with your absorptions. I'm probably not going to explain this too much, so by all means you can change this to like sort of make it different sleep intervals and stuff like that, but you don't need to worry about this sort of stuff. It works, don't worry yourself too much about it. This is the drinking the overloads. Basically it just drinks it if you have absorptions. You could change it so that it will drink it even if you don't have absorptions, just by deleting that code. So add that in, and delete absorptions. If you wanted it to keep going even if there were no absorption potions in the inventory, you could well do that. So we scroll down some more. Don't worry yourself about this code. This is just getting how many absorption points you have, because then you obviously need to know how many absorption points you have as to whether you need to drink your points or not. This one here gets how many points you've gained from that dream, because obviously if you've gone over the max number of points, which is probably 2 to the 10,000, like 1,024,000 is probably the maximum points, or it could be a bit more than that actually, but I'm not entirely sure. And then on exit is this code here, so that's what it just logs when it's exited. And this was the starting this is the starting cake code here, which again you don't need to worry about. And then this is just the paint, which again you don't need to worry about. By all means use it. I think it's quite nice how this string format works. Yeah, I'm not going to explain how this does what it does, but it's decently good, and I think it looks quite nice. It puts in a nice format for you. So yeah, then once you've made all the changes that you desire, you need to click on build, and then you need to click on build artifacts, and then you need to click on build. This generates a .jar file, which will be located in your whatever your output folder was. So you want it to be your local scripts folder for dreambot, and then you're free to run this script as often as you want and can be played via dreambot. I'm not going to demonstrate that now because my house currently does not have any Wi-Fi, so that's partly why I'm recording this. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Please do let me know if I could do anything else to make it better, I guess, for you, or more interesting. But for now, I think this is a good start so that you can edit this code to make the script more your own and better. So yeah, I hope this video is helpful, and yeah,